everybody. Welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
And joining us for the Dover preview, again, we got Brandon Brown. Thanks for joining us for another episode, buddy.
No problem, guys. Been fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, we are going to the Monster Mile. Always a crazy race when we go there. We're going to be starting off with the Truck Series. It is the KDI Office Technology 200. It's a 200-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are 45 laps each, and the final stage is 110 for a total of 200 laps. Most wins by an active driver is Johnny Sauter with 3 wins. Most wins by a team is KBM with 3 wins. And most wins by a manufacturer is Toyota with 7 wins. Last year's winner was Johnny Sauter. So, guys, who do you have to win the truck race? Brandon, let's start off with you, bud.
You already stole my thunder and named my winner pick. But I'll give you a reason why I'm picking Johnny Sauter to win the race. He has not had a whole lot of speed all year long. Like, you expect the Johnny Sauter to run up front consistently with the level of equipment that he has and his talent, and he's been in the series forever. But last year's winner, they're coming back to a track that is really, really tough. I mean, like one of the hardest to drive in the whole circuit. And you've got a series that has a ton of young drivers and part-time drivers in it. I think that favors Johnny Sauter. I think that he outdrives the competition. He knows the track better than anybody, and I think he gets it done in that 13 truck.
All right. Not a bad pick there at all. All right, Mike, who you got?
All right, so I'm actually going to stay in the same team. I'm going to go with the 88 of Matt Crafton. Again, we've talked about, if you guys haven't watched it yet, we talked about in our race review show with Kyle Busch at, going to a track like this, how much more driver skill, driver input to the car will matter. I think a veteran like Matt Crafton, who's done very well here in the past, would have a pretty big advantage. So I'm taking the 88 of Matt Crafton. He's been faster in the past. He's having a solid season so far. I think he gets it done.
All right.
All right.
Like you two, I am also staying in that Thor Sport camp. And we look here, last 9 races here. Ben Rhodes has scored the 5th most points here. Ben has not won a race in 2 years, and we know he wants to change that. I look for the 99 of Ben Rhodes. He's had a pretty solid year last year. I mean, from not making the playoffs a year ago, he's having a nice rebound. I think it's time for old 99 to go to victory lane. Ben Rhodes gets it done at Dover.
For the love of all things holy, I'm praying you're right.
All right, guys, I am going with the guy that finished second here last year. He hasn't won a race at all this year. I got to go with Brett Moffitt. I feel like he really needs this one. He was strong last year, so why not get his first win of 2020 at Dover International Speedway? I think he can get it done.
And I was kind of really hoping you were going to go with Grant Enfinger so he can complete the Thor Sport track.
Yeah. Well, originally I actually had originally I had Matt Crafton, and then Mike took him, and then I was looking at Ben Rhodes, and then he got taken. So I'm going with No Profit Moffitt.
Hey, those are the breaks that happen when you're the host of the show and routinely pick last, bud. You need to have a C and D plan every week.
Yeah. All right, guys. So now let's get into the Xfinity Series. We got 2 races this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They will both be named the Die Dean 200. It's a 200. They're both 200-mile races. Stages 1 and 2 will be 60 laps each, and the final stage will be 80 laps for a total of 200 laps. Most wins by a team is Joe Gibbs Racing with 6 wins, and most wins by manufacturer is Chevy with 15. Last year's winners were Christopher Bell and Cole Custer. They are now in the Cup Series. So, guys, who do you have to win the first race of the Xfinity Series? Brandon, what you got?
Race number 1, I think that he is going to have a chip on his shoulder from the disappointment from Daytona. I think the car's been fast, and I'm going with Mr. Chase Briscoe.
All right.
Very solid pick. I am going to stay with almost the same kind of reasoning. Somebody who is leaving Daytona very hot under the collar, very PO'd, big old chip on the shoulder. The number 7, Justin Allgeier. This is another track that's been pretty good to Justin Allgeier in his career. We saw him get a little upset with Mr. AJ Allmendinger coming out of Daytona. He's looking to solidify his season and solidify himself as a deep playoff and championship favorite like he is year in and year out. And I think a win this weekend really starts putting him in the right direction.
All right. Well,
All right.
I'm going with the guy who's probably the hottest driver in the Xfinity Series right now. He's won 5 out of the last 6. Last time we came to Dover, he finished 3rd. Old 22 is going to get it done again. Austin Cindric is going to win his 6th race of the season. I mean, the dude's just on it right now, week in, week out, and he's getting a lot of help from this qualifying. He can start up front, and he gets it done again. Austin Cindric takes race number 1.
All right.
All right.
So for my pick for the first race for the Xfinity Series, I gotta go with Brandon Jones. He's got 2 wins on the year so far. His statistics at Dover, he's got 3 top 10s. So I feel like he could go and get his 3rd win this weekend on Saturday and pull it into victory lane. All right,
Solid
so
pick.
now let's get into the second race. Brandon, who do you have to win on Sunday?
Okay, so the guy that's going to win on Sunday is going to take everything that he learned from his previous effort in race 1, apply it to race 2 because he's got the most experience, I think, in the field. And our boy Justin Allgaier is going to turn his season around, put the number 7 in victory lane in race 2.
I
All
like
right.
it. I like it a lot.
That'd be great.
For the second race, like you said, you have a race under your belt. A lot of guys, going to have some things that they can adjust in the car, and I think you're going to see even more talent come out in these drivers. But that being said, 2 guys stick out amongst the group right now, the 22 and the 98. So I'm going to go with the 98 here, Chase Briscoe. I feel like when you give him a chance to drive the car one day, figure out how they can make that car better, and give that young man who has boatloads of talents chances to go out there with those adjustments and run, he's hard to bet against.
All right.
All
So,
right.
for my pick, if there's anybody more hungrier in this series right now, it's the 10 car Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain, when he signed this deal, I thought he was going to take off. I thought immediately out of the freaking gate, he was going to have 4 or 5 wins at this point, because that's just how good Ross is in this series. The season has not really gone that way for him. He's really consistent. Gonna make the playoffs on points, no doubt. But we all know how Ross gets when he's behind the wheel. He's gonna get up there. He's gonna take his notes from what he learned in the first race. He's gonna be aggressive, and I really think Ross Chastain gets his first win in that 10 car, and his first win in 2020.
All right. Not a bad pick there. Yeah, Ross Chastain, he's been hungry for a win this year. I'm still surprised he doesn't have one.
Right.
All right, so for my pick for the second race, I gotta be a homer here. I gotta go with my boy Noah Gragson. He's been hungry for a win ever since he got that dub at Bristol. He said that he's been changing kind of like his whole lifestyle right now. He's gotten rid of kind of toxic people around him. He's kind of trying to change the way that he drives and kind of acts around other people because. Yeah, we've heard it. Noah Gragson, he's been really, really aggressive this year. He's been giving guys the chrome horn. Guys haven't been happy with it. They've been taking him out. We saw his fight with Harrison Burton. Things been a little wild with Noah G this year, but he said he's going to calm things down, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for him to capture his 3rd win of the season.
All right. All right.
No doubt.
I almost went with Noah for very similar reasoning for race 2. So
All right.
There you go.
All right, guys, so let's get into the Cup Series. We also have another doubleheader with these boys this weekend. They will both be the Diadine 311 as well. It's a 311-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 will be 100 laps each, and the final stage will be 111 for a total of 311 laps. Most wins by an active driver? Guys, it's Jimmy Johnson's track. He's got 11 wins here. Absolutely insane. Most wins by a team, we got Hendrick Motorsports. So, guys, who do you have to win the first race? Brandon, let's start off with you.
man, you keep doing this to me. My pick is Jimmy Johnson. I think based on that, but also based on the fact that we are getting back to the lower downforce package where Jimmy saw a ton of success with similar packages in the past. He's been running well and had tons of bad luck when he's running well. You look at what he did the first race out of the gate at Darlington, and he ran into Chris Buescher, had that bad luck. He's wiped out several times, but he knows Dover, and he said on Twitter right after the race at Daytona, this is his favorite track. He's been running well. I think they get it done in the first race at Dover.
Right.
Very
All
nice.
right.
Hey, hard to argue with that one.
And he gets win number 84 too.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
All right. So, guys, coming out of Daytona, there was one driver that could have potentially given Mr. Chase Elliott a run for his money, but got a pit road penalty, which cost him his race. I think he's hungry. I think he's underperformed a little bit in the year, but I think this is a perfect time for him to start turning it around. I'm going to go with the 19 of MTJ. Again, this is another really good track for him. He's got 3 wins here. And, he's going to really be looking to try to get as many playoff points as he can and race wins as we're getting right down to the last handful of races before we get the playoffs going. I'm going to see the 19 MTJ in Victory Lane on Saturday.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, I'm going with the guy. He is the most recent winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, and we look at his stats at this track. 8 starts, and he's got top 5s in 6 of them, and he's got a win here. I think Chase keeps it rolling, and I think Chase Elliott's going to go to Victory Lane here. He almost got his first Cup win here with that battle with Kyle Busch in the playoffs a couple of years ago. That was a good battle right there. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Chase is going to be up front, and I think he's going to get his second win here at the Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile.
All right, guys. So for my pick for the first race, in 38 starts, he's got 2 wins, 8 top 5s, 19 top 10s, and 1 pole. I got to go with the guy who's the class of the field this year, Mr. Kevin Harvick. We've seen him do really, really well here at Dover. And yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna tell you my Sunday pick. I'm going with Kevin Harvick with the sweep of the weekend. We saw him do it at Michigan, so I think he's gonna sweep again. And he's gonna end up with 8 wins after this weekend.
Boy, you really went on a limb here, huh, bud?
Yes, sir.
And he preempted everybody else's pick by saying, "I got this one. This was my first
I'm going
one."
first for the last one. I deserve this.
Yeah, listen, guys, one time I want to go first, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, so Brandon, who do you have to win the second race now?
Well, this time you did not steal my thunder, and I can't go back on what I said earlier about Mr. Kyle Busch. I think that they, much like what Justin Allgaier is going to do in the Xfinity Series, they are going to take notes. They are going to make adjustments to that 18 car. I don't think they're going to use the first race as a practice session, but that race is going to be a de facto practice session for what they can do in the second race. They're going to get the car right. Kyle's got the talent. He's got 3 wins at Dover, including one most recently in 2017 to the chagrin of Chase Elliott fans everywhere. And he's going to get it done in race number 2.
All right, solid.
All right.
All right, Mike.
So for the second race, I'm going to go with the number 2 of Brad Keselowski. You know, we had Brandon on the show. We have to pick the 2 at some point. A little homage to Rusty Wallace.
After the Rusty session, we haven't talked about the 2 like at all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So got a chance to sneak Brad in. And again, you know, this isn't a terrible track for him. And we've seen how dominant Penske's been at points this year. They've been one of, if not the best team, weekend in and weekend out. So I think he's a solid pick. And I really would love to see Brad Keselowski get to victory lane again.
That would be nice.
All right.
So Ian went with Kevin Harvick. So on these double headers, it's usually
Here we go.
Wins one of these races, and then the number 11 FedEx Toyota wins the other one. So I'm going with Denny Hamlin. He's surprisingly in 28 starts here. He's never won here, and this really isn't one of his best tracks. He's only got 12 top 10s. He's got 5 top 5s, but he always runs cool cars when we come here to Dover with the autism awareness and everything. So I like I said, whenever Kevin wins one of the doubleheader races, usually Denny wins the other one. So Denny Hamlin's gonna go get win number 6 this weekend and make me rich again.
That's a good way to put it.
Sure.
All right, guys. So that will be about it for our show. Do you guys have anything else to add before we get into Dover?
Yeah, I do have one little quick thing to add. Guys, if Mr. Nick Kinzel doesn't make it into film next week, it is his 21st birthday on Monday. So I have some very good plans to make sure that he has some very fond memories and some parts of that night he doesn't remember. So if he doesn't make it into film on Monday, my bad, guys. You can blame me.
I'm already saying right now we are probably not filming next Monday. That's what I was telling.
Yeah. So
come on.
if I may offer some good advice to you on your 21st birthday, don't buy any drinks yourself. Make sure that somebody else is buying your drinks, and make sure that you have a buddy by your side to make sure that you are safe, secure, and have a lot more birthdays after that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, buddy. You're under there. Got you under the wing. You'll be all right.
All right, guys. So that will do it for our Dover preview. Brandon, thanks for joining us for this week. It was fun having you on for all these shows, man.
Dude, this was great. I loved it. I appreciate the time. I appreciate getting to come on and talk NASCAR with you guys as a fan, because I don't get to do that a whole lot.
And you're always welcome to come on and come do a show with us as our co-host, because we love having you on for this one, buddy. It was fun.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully, I offered some good insight into some things, and I did you guys proud because it was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, guys, make sure to follow Brandon on all social media platforms. He's on Twitter and he's on Instagram. You can follow me, Nick, and Mike on Twitter and Instagram as well, along with the Stock Car Spectacle account. Make sure to follow our buddy Patrick Cotto with the Cotto's Mojo. It's a great Chicagoland-based sports podcast. And make sure to follow our friends at Ashland Heddens Racing. And make sure to follow us on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and Apple Podcasts. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. So that'll do it for me. I'm Ian Jortson.
I'm Mike Gamble.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.